So make it 1-0 for Team White. They represent the home side in this matchup as they are the top seed coming in the Midget division. Orange representing the 5th seed, a record of 7-14. Just 5 losses on the year for Team White. They're in front of the crease right now. Joshua Gamble as he gets the start for the home side. Visiting bench occupied by Team Orange. We already talked about Corey Campbell in the net to our left as White looks to set up once again. Trevor Barrett already has one in this game. Takes a shot from outside. And we've got a collision in along the boards. Loose ball battle won there by Zach Greening. Pass intercepted. And down the other way comes Joshua Martino. Finds the trailer, looks for the crease man. And Jonathan Peshko couldn't hang on. Peshko back for it though as he ran to the wall to play it. Sidearm shot. That one bounces off of Gamble, goes into the corner. And bringing it out is Team White. Up over center, Graydon Hogg. Hogg passing off on the crease. A bit of a bump there as Hawkeye Hamilton got rid of it. As now Hamilton will gain the loose ball and pull it back out. Back up top for Hogg. Pardon me, that's Greening who lets one go up into the face mask of Campbell. They'll stop play. Check on him, and we're closing in on 3 minutes gone here already in quarter number 1. First half action, I should say, as we play 2 24-minute runtime halves here in the Rock Elite League. If you're new to this action, Jacob Martino, he tries to barrel through the center. White wall clogs that up, and now he draws the double team, finally stripped. As I believe Owen Blounsmith got the last whack at it, and they're just going to leave it sit in the corner, and White will hang on for the 30-second violation. As they now come down on offense, they lead 1-0. Daniel Chand into the corner, now passes back up top. Luke Dawick goes along the side. One-on-one play here. Dawick sets a pick, too aggressive, as Barrett was looking for open space, and now the ball is going to be lifted away. And someone on the Team White bench has picked up a delay of game penalty. I believe it's Trevor Barrett, the goal scorer. So our first penalty of the game. As this is game 1 of 2 on a Thursday night doubleheader. Midget red and black in action later on, but we've got a tie game here as Luke Pilcher from outside on the power play opens the scoring here for Team Orange. Inside of 20 minutes to play now. 3 shots aside, 1 goal aside. As they crouch to the dot again. A lot of jostling for position on both restraining lines in that exchange. Coming up in game number 2, black and red, you'll see Josh Dawick and Dyson Williams, the 2 statistical leaders in the Midget division, and we've got another goal, this time coming from the crease. High fives going to Jacob Martino. It was either him or Hayden Chalkrif Evans. It was down low, couldn't quite hear the goal call as it was reported. But Orange, dead last in the 6-team division with 166 goals scored on the year as Greening comes in, takes another shot. That one sent aside by the right hand of Campbell. Bounces back out again, and Philip Mazuka takes a wide shot as here comes Orange. Down in transition. Shot coming in, Nicholas Fulgenzi. resets the shot clock, and another one, this time from Pilcher, as they're going to get a fresh 30 again, but no one in orange can pick up. Is White coming in 2-on-1 though. Player in a white penny. We'll try and get that number for you. So we know this is Blount Smith. Circling the crease here. He goes to the outside. Cutter in front is the man in the penny. Takes the shot and scores. And again, that information has not been passed up here. As you're watching this game, and as we've been saying all year long, if you've got a pronunciation or a number incorrect, my personal Twitter, @LacrosseBoss, or @JVI Video. If you're talking about the Rock Elite League, be sure to follow the Toronto Rock, @TorontoRockLax, and use the hashtag BeElite. Of course, inside the Rock Athletic Center, @TorontoRockAC, for all the goings-on at this fantastic facility here in Oakville. Philip Mazuka up top again now. Him and Norman Pitt switch sides. It's Pitt with the ball. As he passes off, Daniel Chand had that pop out momentarily. Comes back for Pitt. A sidearm shot, didn't miss the side by much. Close to the over and back. But now ripping one is Philip Mazuka. Just, was going to say beat the shot clock, but it wasn't on net as it went up high, so it will be a 30-second violation. And Orange forced to come back down. Man on the crease was Joshua Martino. That pass caught him off guard. So that'll be a forced turnover here. Barrett passing to the far side, stepping into a shot. Graydon Hogg partially blocked as it rolls through into the corner. And now there's a big Tom pile up for it. Just to the left of Corey Campbell. He's ready for the rebound to squirt free. It's not, though. This is going to be picked up by Orange. And a lot of running space here, as there was only one white defender on this side. Putting the brakes on the red bucket of Ian Mussington. Now he's going to pull out. Pick is coming here as they take it to the wall. Jacob Martino. Martino has one. He goes to the X position. It's Mussington. Mussington forced out around the crease. Defended nicely against the air gate goal. Still got the shot away. Save coming from Joshua Gamble. Rebound picked up. Here's Graydon Hogg up over center. After intense pressure there from Jacob Martino. Ball to the far side for White. 15 on the shot clock. Comes back down for Chand. Chand up top now. Norman Pitt. He backs away from the pick. 4 on the clock. Pitt pushes it down into the corner and centering pass looking for Mazuka. He dumped it deep right in front of the official and I think got a warning on that play for the delay of game. Already seen one penalty of that nature here in the early goings this first half. Played through the legs now of Team Orange. Nobody home on the far side, so easy turnover for White. And White's going to throw it straight back, though. It's intercepted by Joshua Martino. Pardon me, it's the 17 of Nicholas Fulgenzi as opposed to the 7 of Martino. The other Martino, Jacob, on this side, passing to Zach Kearney. To the crease and a goal. Looked like Mark Arnonio was signaling. He may have been on the crease. As they run off, it looks like Ian Mussington's goal. So despite scoring the least amount of goals in the midget division through the regular season, it looks like Team Orange has another lead. It's 3-2, nearing the halfway mark of the first half. Philip Mazuka Passes it back. Daniel Chand tried to go in the middle. And White basically everybody on one side of the floor as they've got 4 lefties out right now. Just the one righty, it is Chand, and they do get a reset as it goes off the stick of Campbell and out of play. Cutting through the middle, not ready for the pass was Luke Dawick as he was setting a pick. It's not going to cost the possession though, as here's Dawick all alone on the crease and tiptoeing through, and that pass just goes wide into the corner. Picked up by Mitchell Taylor as he's filled in. And now Dawick goes after the ball carrier, as does Chand. We're late in the 8 count here, and it's about 6.5 before Quinton Chokrev Evans takes it up over center. And he tried to pass to the crease. Mazuka may have got a stick on it. As it rolls to the far boards. Hawkeye Hamilton, first one in there for Team White. Rolls it through his legs. Blount-Smith can't pick up. As now Blount-Smith does chase. Oh, and runs hard into a pick from Gamble, who had come out. That was the forecheck of Joshua Martino. Big collision here as Blount-Smith runs over his man, and still tangling is Blount-Smith and Carter McGrath. And they still have words. Now McGrath is going to head off. Blount-Smith will go after the ball carrier. But wheels turning too fast for Fulgenzi for anyone to get pressure on him before it comes up over center. Luke Pilcher with it. Pilcher to Martino. Martino stops in the quarter. We're going to have a goaltending switch on the fly here as Gamble runs to the bench. Landon Kells is now going to come in net for Team White. And it's played up and a huge shot ripped there by Graydon Hogg. Looking over to the home bench, it doesn't look like anything's wrong with Joshua Gamble, but we have hit the halfway mark of the first half, so probably a planned switch to get Landon Kells in here. Played into the corner. Hack there from Mussington. This ball gets passed up top, comes to the near side. Shot and a save made by Campbell. Second save, push the rebound into the corner. That's where the pass comes from. The spring Pilcher. Pilcher all alone, and he gets pushed wide just as he took that shot. Good save made by Landon Kells coming in cold. Picked up by Luke Dawick. Sends it to Blount-Smith, who pushes it into the corner. Orange just going to allow White to make the change, electing not to double team the ball here. As it's played back up top, pushed back over the restraining line and down to all fours is Trevor Barrett. And we've got a delayed penalty coming here to Team Orange. Kells now making the long run back to the bench as this shot gets into the legs of Campbell. And an extra chop there from Luke Pilcher. He wasn't happy that Mitchell Taylor was a little too close as we hit the final 10 minutes of the first half. We've got Jacob Martino going off. I believe it was a slashing call. 3-2 game in favor of Team Orange as White goes back to the power play. Screaming out the calls is Corey Campbell in the net. Very field style as he lets everyone know where the ball is. As Zach Kearney gets taken out in behind, and that'll be a 10-second violation. Believe number 45 could be David Eady. And again, get in touch with us on social media. If that is incorrect, we'll try and remedy that. And any other number changes, one of these two teams will be in action next week. We'll have all 3 games in the midget division, including the final, the bronze medal game, if you will, and the 5 and 6 place seeding games next Thursday, in the house Monday for 2 junior games. The lone Pee Wee game. And then Wednesday, Bantam doubleheader, a 10-second violation here against Team White. Kicked ahead there by Mazuka. Again, you could have gone delay a game on him, but officials letting it go here. 7.5 remains in first half. Still a 3-2 lead for Team Orange. They've got 22 seconds in the penalty, which is exactly what's on the shot clock at this point in time. From in front of the opposition bench is the Orange ball carrier. Floor spread way wide as Jonathan Peshko comes in. Cuts back, looked for the air gate with 2 on the shot clock and just couldn't get it through as Kells had to make the big save. Back to 5-on-5. Here comes Edie. Daniel Edie looks 5-hole. Oh, what a cheeky goal that was. To make it 3-3 just as we go back 5-on-5. So back to the dot again, 6.5 on the clock. Big collision. Oh, another one. Loose ball, and taking exception is Philip Mazuka as he has words with Joshua Martino. Both of them will stay on the floor. Keep your eye on 14 white and 7 orange here. As there's a big chop. Coming through on the slide was Martino, and Mazuka through the crease just as Martino arrives on scene. And Mazuka again flipping that ball away in the bench, asking about the delay of game. Remember, they got one early on, and it's been a couple times now for Mazuka as the arm goes high as that chop from Mazuka caught a piece of the face mask right in front of Mark Gardonio. Veteran official isn't going to miss that. And now we've got some jawing as Jacob Martino and Mazuka were in as they renew their acquaintances. Remember, Mazuka already going off here, trying to take somebody with him, it looks like. As Zachariah Jury for Team Orange may be the one that we found. Or do we have offsetting penalties? Owen Blount-Smith heading off as well. So Blount-Smith and Jury are going to get offsetting minors. It looks like, and Philip Mazuka may get his own penalty, or are we 5-on-5? We've got 2 orange in the box and 2 white as well. So Mazuka gets the extra deuce. That's why there's 3 in the box, because when that 2 expires, the player serving the extra minor for Mazuka is allowed to leave. All 4 remaining will have to wait for the dead ball. That was the explanation to the white bench from veteran official Mark Gardonio. Luke Pilcher tries to finish the power play and get that man out earlier, as it's late in the shot clock now for Team Orange. Martino up top, Pilcher the shot. Landon Kells makes the save. Rebound picked up in front of the crease by Kearney and just passed away as there was no time to shoot. Pilcher up top. One of the white defenders looked to pounce on that as it sprung free. But Pilcher does keep. Down for Martino. Back for Kearney. That one bounces up. May have caught the throat guard of Landon Kells. Play allowed to continue as it's a strip from behind. Coming in there from Kearney. Down on the crease, Martino. Another shot that Kells saves as he stepped tall. Got the right shoulder on it. And spinning back at the restraining line, Graydon Hogg is just going to send it deep as David Eady comes off the bench on his wrong side. Passes to the crease, a hard shot from Norman Pitt. As now Eady goes hard after the loose ball. 43 seconds remain in the Orange power play. 3.5 to play before halftime. Coming down. Oh, a huge fake, and it's in the legs of Kells. Where's the ball, though, as it bounces out? That was Fulgenzi coming down, taking that shot. Goes to the far side, Trevor Barrett. Barrett, number of hacks here from Martino. Now goes in, takes the shot. Standing tall was Campbell. He does the Vince Carter, it's over symbol. Still got 27 minutes to play, a bit early for that. As now Edie applies the big hit. Starting to get a little physical down there on the floor. As Lucas Renzetti, he runs into Kearney, and Kearney takes the worst of that. As Renzetti went back to say, how do you do? Edie now hard on his man, Kearney. Kearney and Edie, another hard check as they pass each other. Here's Pilcher with Edie on him, shoveled back up top to the line. Ian Muzzington already has one, sidestepping his way in, shoots this one wide. As now Kieran's comes out, trying to dig for it. And falling on the play was Hayden Chakrev Evans, I believe. Pardon me, it's Kearney again as he gets up. Chakrev Evans was the other man going in for that play, as now Team White's going to bring it up. Kearney on the ball carrier, forces Hogg to pass off for Edie. Edie working through the center. He's going to get called for the moving pick on Chakrev Evans. As it's brought up the near side, Ian Muzzington, he puts the brakes on. Looking for the trailer. Jonathan Peshko hadn't caught up just yet. As Peshko now looking for the cutter, coming through the middle. Works over into the corner, Carter McGrath. Back for Peshko. 8 on the shot clock as Peshko kept outside at the restraining line. This one rolling through, through the legs of Kells, and on the doorstep was Chand. As Chand now has a man breaking out. Muzzington with the chop. He's going to go for that one as Luke Donwick spun. Got the shot in on Campbell. Here comes Kells racing to the bench, and we'll have a slashing call coming here against Ian Muzzington for the final minute of the first half. And we look to the Team White bench to see if they're signaling timeout. It does not look like it. We're knotted 3 aside here. Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Play whistled in with 40 on the clock. 40 seconds. That is. It's up top for Hogg again. Campbell calls out the ball location. Greening into the corner. Onto the crease on the far side, and it's a goal. Make it 4-3 on the power play here for Team White. Six seconds as they both crouch in. They'll get reset, and I think that should be just enough to allow the first period to expire. But a late goal from Trevor Barrett, his second of the period. Also 2 from David Edie. Those have White up 4-3 on Team Orange semifinal number 1. Athletic Center, you are watching Rock Elite League action in the Midget Division. Check. Yeah. Got me. Yeah. Check. Yeah. Both sides a bit scrambly here as we get set for the opening face-off of the second half. We can tell you that Joshua Gamble is back in net for Team White. And down to our right, Samuel Haynes is taking over for Team Orange. So we'll see if they switch up again. Team White, it'll be a longer run this time. But Kells came in and hung on there and allowed White to get back in it. David Eady, meanwhile, has the hat trick from the outside shot. Just 2 goal scorers so far in the game for Team White, combining for now 5 goals as the home side has a 5-3 lead. Here in the second half of semifinal number 1 in the Midget Division. Coming up on the schedule, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We are currently just outside of 8:30. Team Black, Team Red representing seeds 2 and 3 in the Midget Division as we got a big scrum here for the face-off. Things got, I don't want to say a little rough, but they were starting to heat up near the end of that second period. So we had a couple penalties down the stretch. 20-15 are the shots on goal at this point as Peshko finds Kearney down in the crease. Kearney trying to shovel it back as he got taken down. He was looking for Peshko, who had walked in off the corner. It's going to be rolled all the way up top. Nicholas Fulgenzi outside the restraining line. Up for Luke Pilcher. Pilcher sidesteps his way in, and that one just bounces off the midsection of Kearney. Played onto the floor, picked up, and the strip from behind. Mazuka sees that one hit the carpet. Picked up by Peshko. Jonathan Peshko shovels it back, and that one bypasses the intended target. Up for Luke Dawick. The no-look pass down the floor, in all alone, tiptoeing the crease with pressure coming. Graydon Hogg runs out of space, and they're going to call him running through the crease as Ian Mussington will take over in the corner. And how about Samuel Haynes standing tall on that play? Peshko on the crease, reaches through, sends it off the left leg there of Gamble. Reaching over top, though, as the rebound popped to the other side. Luke Pilcher had come off the top down to the crease. And he's got 2 on the game now. Luke Pilcher leading his team in points, 63, 42 goals, 21 assists. Coming into this game, good enough for 9th in the league. Graydon Hogg sits in 8th, 30 goals, 41 assists for 71 points. As we will not see the Hag boys until later on. What a stop at center there by Philip Mazuka. They're right up near the top in scoring, along with the aforementioned Josh Dawick, Dyson Williams. Then Ryan and Gareth Hag, 3-4. Zachary Young from Team Red is 5th. Austin Hazen and Dylan Watson are tied in 6th place between Team Blue and Team Black. Of course, we got to wait for next week to see Team Yellow and Team Blue not in action here this evening, as they'll be back for the final week next week, pardon me, when we're back in the house for 4 straight days. This one pushed ahead by Blount-Smith. Oh, big collision there as Haynes goes down. Blount-Smith shoots wide, and returning on the crease, the shot comes from Hogg. And a wide open cage to make it 6-4. Not a lot of words and no real retribution for the goalie going down there from Team Orange, but a bit of finger pointing here from the defenders. Was it that guy? Was it him? What we do know is Graydon Hogg ended up with the goal. Haynes couldn't get back into position. Played back here by Mazuka. Mazuka all in by himself off the shoulder of Haynes. And as he tried to pass off, he was called for running through the crease. So David Eady will have to play defense on Kearney. Eady and Kearney again. It's going to be the strip from Eady. He can't pick up. Otherwise, he had a wide open floor to get in on goal. Kearney's still with it, though. Kearney off to Mussington. Mussington backing away in front of his own net. Now the spin move. Eady runs into the pick from Kearney. Huge takedown there on the loose ball. And Mussington will get a fresh 30. As he looks to the bench, it starts in the corner. Eady hard up on Mussington. That shot off the right leg of Gamble. Played back, picked up by Oliver Beckett. He overlooks Mussington and the cutter, and it actually ends up in the Team Orange bench. It'll be brought down the floor. Bounces harmlessly into the crease of Haynes. And Fulgenzi started it, trying to outlet for Oliver Beckett. It was over his reach, so he has to run down into the corner. Cutter now is Fulgenzi, trailing the play. He was stripped there by Blounsmith as they look to send it quickly down, looking for Dawick, I believe, as they had one the rest of the way down the floor, and it was intercepted, resulted in quick shot in on Gamble. Martino. Bit of a pick and roll here along with Kearney. Kearney now at the X position in behind the net. 15 on the shot clock as Fulgenzi cuts through, takes a big hit there as the ball rolls into the corner. Kearney back to retrieve as he was looking for Fulgenzi. Can't find him. Mussington will stop the over and back violation. And a backhand shot that goes into the midsection of the defender. And a big chop. Not sure that the whistle had gone yet, but Fulgenzi, knowing the whistle was about to go, is going to go for a delay of game. Thought they were going to call that a slash, but I don't think that penalty will sit well with the Orange bench, as they've seen a couple go the way of Team White that have been called. 16 minutes to play, still 6-4 in favor of Team White, as it's going to be a bounce shot to start this one from Graydon Hogg. Big pressure here from Zach Kearney. And no play on the ball. Results in the turnover. As it's going to be played by Mazuka. Up top, over for Chard. And it's dropped down there by Jacob Martino. Played back again. Couple big hits there on Norman Pitt. As now Chand back to play for it. Up top again. This shot, another skipper that goes off the back glass. It's going to come all the way up to center. And Mazuka over and back again rolls the ball away. Mussington away from pressure as he picked that one up. If he lets that go, they may have got a penalty out of it. Mussington from the floor takes a chop into the legs of Norman Pitt. And we've got a interference call as Pitt was taken out into his own bench. Pitt trailing the play now. Can't handle that hard pass as Mussington will get it for Team Orange. Oh, big collision right at center. Looks like everybody's getting up, though, between Graydon Hogg and Jacob Martino. Martino trailing the play. He's now met hard with Trevor Barrett as he had to go back and play for that ball. On the back, falling is Graydon Hogg as he climbed the ladder, and one of the Martinos is going here. And I believe it's going to be a check from behind. That was square in the numbers. And I think it's Joshua Martino. He got right in the face of Mark Gardonio, asking him for clarification. We saw the shake of the head. Jacob Martino now taking up the argument as they work down the floor. As Team Orange waits at the bench. The first penalty was about to expire, so that player returns to the floor. It is a 5-on-4 now in favor of Team White. Rushing in and taking a bump is Hogg. Here at Hogg. Passes to Edie on the crease. He spins and fires. Haynes with the save. Rebound rolls into the corner. Pass back up top for Hogg. Hogg for Greening. Quickly up on him is Kearney. As Greening goes around the corner. Now spins. A hard collision there with Martino again. Greening taking the abuse. Now passes off for Hogg. Greening to the middle. Pass comes over for Dawick. All the way to the crease. Haynes makes the save. This time the right arm getting on that as it rolls to the half boards for Greening. Edie, Hogg. Only man not to touch it yet is Mitchell Taylor, who does now, as everyone's involved. Edie, the bounce shot looking to the legs. And now as it's covered up, Greening arrives late on scene. Haynes with the play. That took care of 1 minute of the power play. As it's down the floor, just swiping at it was Graydon Hogg. And then on the follow through, the ball came down square in the bucket of Jonathan Peshko. So that'll even things up here. As Team White goes off, 2 minutes for slash. Should be the call. As Landon Kells is going to return to the Team White net. Joshua Gamble looks like his day is done. No real hustle here from Kells as Gamble came sprinting off. Team White, first in the league in goals against with just 148. Team Orange last in the league in goals scored with 166. Down by 2 at this point as we watch White scream down the floor. Philip Mazuka keeps the feet free this time. He's now got the ball. Double team coming as it turns into a power play for Orange. Hayden Shockrev Evans. First man there on pressure. Pilcher outside. Now Kearney coming to help out as it's a triple team. And Peshko falls just as the ball arrives on scene, and it'll be a shot clock violation as they go quickly up the floor. Kearney looking for the trailer, which was Fulgenzi. Couldn't find him though. As they get it to Martino, his shot goes off the back glass. Stolen away there, and a huge high stick. Someone fell in behind the net. Trying to say it was on Landon Kells. Nicholas Fulgenzi. As he gets back into the play and screams down the floor. Again, no penalty called on that play. As it looks like Fulgenzi's all right as he comes back up and rejoins the defensive attack. Blount-Smith still checking under the chin as Haynes stands tall, guarding against a dunk shot from Daniel Chand. Chand will make a change here. And now Orange, 10 seconds remaining in their power play. Hidden ball play. Martino still has it. And now throws it away from Pilcher. Back for Kearney. Stutter step there. Gave himself some space. 10 seconds on the shot clock as we're back to 5-on-5. Penalized player back on. Reaching for it was Jonathan Peshko as it squeaked out the back legs. And White will make a quick change as they had sent Hogg down the floor on that power play. Here's Blount-Smith again. Edie letting one rip, and Haynes wasn't sure where the rebound was, but did make the initial save. No reset though, so it must have rolled wide as now it comes in. Haynes does get a piece of that as it goes off the back glass. Comes back and a second shot. Fulgenzi, another one on the crease. It rolls to Edie and 4 attempts at it. That's way too much. David Edie's got 4. Trevor Barrett, Philip Mazuka, David Edie, they all got cracks at that loose ball. 9 minutes to play now in period number 2. And Team White has stretched their lead to 7-4. Off 29 shots to 23. Back to the face-off. Peshko. Hard in there against Lucas Renzetti. Still up for grabs as Peshko now bats it forward. However, it's right into the stick of Graydon Hogg. And Hogg quickly to the crease. Edie trailing the play. This one's going to squirt through. And did Edie run through the crease there? Looked like he did something to the stick of the orange forward. As now to be brought up by Oliver Beckett. Beckett comes to Quentin Chokrev Evans. He'll pass off and then head off after giving back for Beckett. Beckett with no room to shoot. Gives up top. Dancing away is Mussington. Pick and roll. Played there with Zachariah Jury, although he couldn't return the favor. As Jury's now on the crease, it rolls into the corner for Martino. Can't pick up and get a shot away before the 30-second clock, so Orange will just head down floor and play defense as White makes a change on the way by. Hogg now for Dawick. Luke Dawick. Philip Mazuka. Flip of the stick. Plays back for Dawick now. A lot of movement in front as Mazuka opening space, and it'll be called on the moving pick. Speaking of moving pick, between the ball carrier and the defender was Mark Gardonio. Got in the way of Ian Mussington, and Mussington allowed to go straight to the crease to go and take that one. That's a nice job from Mussington to match Gardonio's stride for stride and not let Dawick go in and play defense there. 7-5 now. That's a 2-goal lead. 6:44 left to play before halftime. Again, this is a semifinal to determine who will go on to the final game next week. Semifinal number 1. We do have a second one coming your way right after this, as there's a big collision right in on the crease as a shot came there from Nicholas Fulgenzi. Team Black, Team Red, representing the 2nd and 3rd seed respectively, are the two teams that will do battle following this match. And the two winners will go head-to-head next Thursday, pardon me. Again, rockeliteleague.com. Hit the videos tab. Use the hashtag BeElite if you're on social media. That's where you'll see our JVI Sports Network continuing coverage season long of the Rock Elite League, including all final games next weekend. Big bump there in on the boards. Norman Pitt coming away with it. The flip from Kearney. Now Kearney, the pick and roll as he went to the crease, got the shot away, and the rebound sits idle in the crease. And a violation there as the Orange player reached for it. As it's played on the near side, Mazuka. He was looking for Greening. Couldn't get away from Martino though. Martino down the floor. He goes for Peshko. 2-on-1 here for Team Orange. Played back, looking for Kearney. Kearney ran through the crease to play that one, so it's brought up by White off the back. And we had a whistle. Was that from this floor or the ball hockey rink? Tough to tell, as there are two in close proximity here. Oh, what a touch pass there. Made by Luke Pilcher. He found Kearney on the crease. Kearney, another crease violation, gives it to Team White. And Owen Blounsmith gets pushed over center. Keeps his feet under him, though. So he now looks off Greening. Kearney all over Blounsmith. He finally passes away. Over to the boards. It comes back for Blounsmith here. Blounsmith and Hogg. Blounsmith now headed off. Greening headed to the net through the legs of Haynes and just kept out at the line as that one squeaked through. Near side, Chalk Rev Evans. He's got Hogg on him. Passes back for Pilcher. Final 4 here in semifinal number 1. This will go over and back if it gets there. Kept alive, though, by Martino. From in front of his own bench, Chalk Rev Evans goes for a change. Blasted off the glass. And this will be another shot clock violation against Team Orange. And Team White will get another shot. Graydon Hogg. Far side for Daniel Chand. Reaching in front of big knock there from Norman Pitt. And somehow that one bounces in behind Haynes. I think the last to touch it was Pitt. May have just took a funny hop. 3 minutes to play here in the second half. 8-5 now is the score in favor of Team White. Again, Team White entered the game 15-5 record, 7-14 for Team Orange. White with 148 goals through 20 games. 148 goals against through 20 games. Another delayed penalty here coming against Team White. This one not over yet, as it's kept up top by Fulgenzi. Haynes to the bench. Extra attacker on. Martino comes through and scores. Jacob Martino. It had been a while since we got a goal from the orange side. And now 6 on the board for Team Orange. Illegal cross check canceled out as we hit the final 2 minutes, which will be stop time here. 8-6 is the lead for Team White. Ian Mussington, Jacob Martino, Luke Pilcher now. 3 goal scorers. 2 apiece as Peshko wins his faceoff, goes in, shoots, and scores. Oh my, Orange has life. As the sticks bang on the bench, we hear some applause from stands underneath as Mussington will take it to center. Peshko back to the dot. Here comes Kells. Is this a water break or are they swapping here? Landon Kells gets the timeout. A bit of a conversation with the coach as well. Maybe. Unofficial timeout maybe for Kells as we go back to the faceoff dot. Peshko. Tete-a-tete. Literally with Beckett again. Pardon me, it's Renzetti. Renzetti holding on to that one. Didn't want a repeat of what Peshko just did. Running the floor to make it a 1-goal game. Final 90 seconds here. They've got a cutter. They go back to Peshko. He's one-on-one. Peshko will go around the crease. Stops at the X position, but his back foot dragged behind him and came through the blue. Is the call from Mark Cardonio. Quickly up the floor. Here's Mazuka. Down the boards to Edie. He goes across floor now. Trevor Barrett. Barrett on the near side. Passes over for Edie. He can't corral it. Quickly on him is Martino. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Edie through the middle takes a shot. It was in the legs of Haynes. Now Haynes down. He's got it in the stick, though. It'll be his ball. Ian Mussington corrals. 53 seconds. Mussington down the far side. We've got a whistle and a timeout. Going to be taken here. Stopping the clock. 50.7 seconds. 50.7 on the clock remaining in regulation time and making the long walk. Here's Samuel Haynes. 8-7 lead here for the home side That is Team White 33-30 are the shots, which also favor the number 1 seed coming into this game. Again, this building is the home of the Toronto Rock. They've got a number of games coming up, including 2 home games in the same weekend, March 13th and I believe the 10th. Visit TorontoRock.com, at Toronto Rock Lax on Twitter, Facebook.com/Toronto Rock, or at the Toronto Rock on Instagram. Of course, we are at JVI Video. I am at Lacrosse Boss. And if you're discussing the Rock Elite League, be sure to use the hashtag #BeElite. As we get set up for the finals next week. Midget semifinal number 1. Getting down to the wire. Extra attacker is on for Team Orange as Peshko brings it up over center. Passes to his right. Peshko had room to shoot. Passed it off there for Fulgenzi. He couldn't hang on as it goes to the far side. Kearney being kept there. 8 on the shot clock. Ripping one there. Kells is back in net. As another shot comes, they did get a reset. Kearney with it now. Shot clock a non-factor as the game clock down to 22. Back for Peshko here. Gets a pick in front of him. He's going to slow things down. They play for last shot. Over for Pilcher. Pilcher looking down to the crease. Had to climb the ladder for the rebound. Did the Orange forward. Peshko shovels it back. Intercepted. And then the long bomb shot bounces off the stick of a defender as it's played back down now. Picked up. Looks like Trevor Barrett has it. And the horn's going to sound before Oliver Beckett could release. What a finish here in Midget semifinal number 1. Team White will play in the final next Thursday in the Midget division. Watch for that from our coverage. Team Orange will be in the bronze medal game. Matthew Carrick alongside our JVI Sports Network crew. Be sure to look for game number 2 as well. Team Black, Team Red coming your way next from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. On behalf of our crew and everyone involved with the Rock Elite League, ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to be elite.